Hello, everyone. Welcome to the What's New in Snowflake Horizon Catalog session. In this session, we will tell you all about the exciting new discovery and governance capabilities in Horizon. I am Raja Balakrishnan. I lead the product management team responsible for governance capabilities in Horizon Catalog. Today, I'm also joined by my colleagues, Sanjay and Anush, who lead discovery and security areas of this product. They will also be my co-speakers in this session today. Here is a quick disclaimer about the forward-looking statements that we will be making about upcoming features. The agenda for today's session is simple. We will start with a quick overview of what is Horizon Catalog, why are we investing in it, and who it is for. Next, we will go one level deeper and tell you about the new and upcoming capabilities in security, governance, and discovery areas. Many of you here today are builders looking to build data applications and make the most out of new technologies such as Gen AI and LLMs for building data applications. We believe that it is critical to have a well-governed data foundation to ensure that the right people can discover and access the right content while also protecting sensitive and personally identifiable information. Having a well-governed data foundation gives you the ability to build applications confidently and in a manner that is compliant with regulatory requirements. As you can see on this slide, Snowflake governance is a horizontal capability that spans across data workloads, AI and ML assets, and applications. We have taken this principle of governance as a horizontal capability one step further with Horizon Catalog. Horizon Catalog is designed to empower you with a unified and well-integrated set of capabilities to discover, govern, and secure your data, AI and ML assets, and apps across multiple Snowflake accounts within your organization. In addition to that, it also interoperates with assets in external catalogs such as Polaris. Horizon Catalog integration with Polaris is specifically designed to ensure that you get the freedom of querying Iceberg tables on any engine while still getting the discovery and governance benefits of Horizon on those same Iceberg tables when they're queried within Snowflake. Horizon Catalog is designed with three key personas in mind. We want to make it easy for data teams to search and discover content wherever it is, understand the context of the content, and easily get access to the content. Second, we want to make it easy for data governors and data stewards to ensure that the content is compliant with organizational and regulatory compliance requirements. And finally, we want to make it easy for security administrators to ensure that the platform meets the security best practice standards out there. With that, I want to invite my colleague Anush to tell you more about the security capabilities of Horizon Catalog.
Thanks so much, Raja. All right, today I'm going to talk to you about what is new in security and how it impacts our developer story. Let me start by talking about the fact that security has always been a core part of Snowflake. In fact, in 2015, when we released our first version of Snowflake, we included multi-factor authentication in there. And over time and every year, we have added new authentication features, including federation, OAuth, authentication policy, and password policy. What has changed in the past few months is a shift in mentality and moving from a shared responsibility model to what we call a shared destiny model. In this model, we're trying to take a more proactive approach in securing our customer accounts. In fact, in October, we announced that every new Snowflake account would be subject to a multi-factor authentication for human access, and we're also increasing the minimum length of passwords to 14 characters. We plan to continue doing that for all existing accounts sometime early in 2025. And at some point in future, we do envision a case where password-only sign-ins will not be allowed to Snowflake. This is an effort in our side to help all customers move to what we call the strong authentication. For us, what North Star for strong authentication look like is basically two things. For users that we consider to be human, we envision that they predominantly use SSO if possible, and in which case they have to turn on multi-factor authentication on IDP side. And for cases when they have to use the local users within Snowflake, we recommend those users to turn on the Snowflake native MFA. For service users that are used for programmatic access to Snowflake, we recommend them to use the external OAuth. And if they have to use the local users within Snowflake, we recommend them to use keeper authentication combined with network policies. Now, for us to get to that North Star and helping our customers to adopt that security posture, there are three things that need to happen. One is around ecosystem. When you look at the number of ways that our customers connect to Snowflake, there are multiple paths. We have managed apps, thousands of them, connected apps that run in the customer accounts, hundreds of different partners provide those, Partner Connect, system integrators that help customers configure their accounts to use Snowflake, our own native products like Snowside, our CLI, or our own drivers, or even our own solutions like Streamlit notebooks, the container services, and so on. And of course, for us to be successful, we want to make sure that our ecosystems support the sort of strong authentication that we recommend to our customers. As part of that, we actually started a wide campaign with all of our partners to make sure their toolings and their connectors and their apps support what we envision for North Star. It is worth noting that when we look at the number of traffic that comes to Snowflake, more than 95% of traffic comes from less than 5% of the users, which shows that how important it is to think about programmatic access and service users. And when we look at the access to Snowside, which is a good level proxy of human access, is less than 0.1%. The second part of our strategy is around products, making sure that we are ready to help our customers adopt these strong authentication primitives. We started back in July by shipping MFA Nudge, which was a feature in Snowside that helped user enroll into multi-factor authentication. We also introduced a notion of user types, which was a way for the admin to tell Snowflake if a user is a service user versus human. We also introduced MFA policies, a way for the admin to decide if the whole account or certain users within the account are subject to multi-factor authentication. And of course, we shipped Trust Center. Trust Center that was shipped to GA back in July is a centralized risk posture management within Snowflake that allows an admin to have a single pane viewership or across the clouds for all the accounts that they manage in a way that they can detect risks and also have recommendations on how to mitigate them. This product was shipped to GA with two built-in scanner packages. One was Security Essentials that is on by default and is free of charge and helps admin discover any multi-factor authentication violation or network policies. We also included a paid package called CIS Scanner Package, which allows admin to check for any CIS violations in their accounts. These CIS benchmarks were based on the CIS recommendation that we published about a year ago. We're very happy to announce that we are shipping a new scanner package called Threat Intelligence. In the span of time, this scanner package will do a lot for you guys, but the first thing that it will do is to help you detect risky users. These are users that are not following the best practices, and the severity of the finding declare how critical they are. For example, if we detect a user that is using password without any network policy and/or multi-factor, those would be a critical finding, versus a user that is using password under network policy, then that might have just a high severity. We're also very happy to announce that Trust Center is now extendable, coming in private preview soon. What this means is that now we allow our security partners to innovate on our platform and build native apps that can natively plug into Trust Center. These native apps will be hosted in Marketplace and easily discoverable through a gallery within Trust Center. This provides an improved user experience for our users beyond streamlined access to all the tables and views that these security partners need to detect and hunt the threats. Another benefit of using this is the fact that all these plugins can benefit from a soon-to-be delivered notification experience via Trust Center, which means that now you can set up email notification for findings that are critical, as an example. This also improves the performance of running such native apps because of the way Trust Center can handle them in a multi-tenant environment, and of course lowers the cost. We're happy to announce that we have 5 partners that are going to go to market with us: Alter, Rubrik, TrustLogix, OneTrust, and Hunters, and more to come in future. Another product that we would like to announce is what we call the Leak Password Protection, or LPP, in GA. With this product, Snowflake can automatically disable user passwords that are exposed in a data breach. These passwords are never exposed in the clear text to any of the Snowflake employees. And of course, it provides a built-in protection against the leak password and limit the data exfiltration. The way it works is that upon a verified leak password, LPP would automatically disable the password for that user. And upon the next login, the user will be instructed to contact their account admin. The account admin then have to create a reset password link for that user to grant them access. If the affected user is an account admin, this actually triggers a much more complicated instant response situation within Snowflake. And also the user may have to contact Snowflake support to get unblocked. Another announcement that we have coming in private preview soon is programmatic access tokens, or PAT. PATs are the industry standard authentication method for all kinds of APIs. The Snowflake PAT provide a built-in protection to mitigate risk of being replayed. And they're developer-friendly, easy to use, and versatile. The PATs can be created in Snowflake and are governed by the security admins. They can be used for API authentication, for operations on Snowflake objects, including ML functions, Copilot, and Snowflake container services. And as you can see, the PATs are limited to a specific set of roles that have to be activated and also time-bound. This really provides a great protection against the replay. Another feature we would like to announce is availability of restricted colors right, RCR, in private preview soon. RCR allows admin to indicate what privileges can be exercised by an application on behalf of the end user. RCR enhances the security and end user experience when accessing Snowflake resources as compared to the owner's right. So the way to use it is admin can grant the colors privilege to an owner role of a SPS application, and then the application can then access the Snowflake data limited by the intersection of the colors privilege and the end user privilege. And it's really expand the usability of such products and applications when used by privileged colors. Another product that we would like to announce is the availability of outbound private link. Private link is a secure way to access external services on CSPs or marketplace services. When using private link, the traffic goes over the CSP backbone network instead of the internet. And of course, because of that, it minimizes the risk of data exposure and also brute force and other cyber threats. And you can imagine it improves the account security and simplified network management. Developers can use private link connectivity to enrich operations they do, such as reverse ETL, accessing their Snowpark codes, and so on. We're happy to announce that outbound private link for external access is now GA on Azure and also AWS. We're also happy to announce that the external function support with outbound private link is GA on Azure, and support for outbound private link for external stage is PUPR on Azure and PUPR soon on AWS. So we talked about a set of product features that we think that is going to help with the account security posture management. The last part of our strategy is making sure that our customers can adopt this in a seamless way and can migrate to this strong authentication. To do so, we have been working with a select set of our customers to help them migrate to this posture. And our learnings now are summarized in two sets of contents. One is a white paper that provides the best practices and a step-by-step guidance on how to migrate. And second is a video that is now available as part of Horizon video series that help migrate your account into what we call the strong authentication. So please have a look. And to summarize what we discussed today, the call to action as a developer are as follows. If you're building an application for Snowflake, make sure that it supports the strong authentication methods that are called out in the slides. We also recommend that you default to use those when setting up the application, because that's more consistent with how Snowflake is moving towards. The third thing is the accounts that you're using to build such application, make sure that they follow the strong authentication. And also, you can leverage the trust center extensibility model to create custom security monitors that are tailored to your application. We also recommend that you leverage restricted colors right for following the least privilege principle while maximizing how much your app can be used by your users, and leverage path during development of your app and also private link when possible. And last but not least, make sure that you use network policy whenever possible, especially when using PAD or keeper authentication. With that, I'm going to pass it back to Raja to talk about governance and stewardship.
Thank you, Anush. I want to start with a new capability that continuously monitors your account for new sensitive data and takes actions such as tagging and protecting with a masking policy. Snowflake today provides over 60 out-of-the-box classifiers for detecting sensitive data. Additionally, we allow you to define your own custom classifiers to detect sensitive data specific to your industry or your organization. We automatically monitor for new tables and classify them based on both our classifiers and your classifiers. As a builder, you can use SQL interface to customize the classifiers, to configure auto classification, and to report the results. The same capabilities are also available through an intuitive Snowflake UI or Snowsight UI. Whether you are a governor yourself or you build products for them, you can leverage this native Horizon Catalog governance feature to protect sensitive data. An important aspect of your data is ensuring that it's high quality. The quality of your data influences the quality of your AI models and the applications you build on it. Data quality monitoring is a new built-in Horizon Catalog capability for continuously monitoring the quality of desired objects. As a builder, you can use our new data metric functions to monitor for quality metrics such as freshness, nullness, volume, duplicates, and so on in your data pipeline. You can also quickly extract the records that violate your expectations to take remedial actions such as quarantining those records. All metrics are recorded in a centralized location, giving you the ability to build observability applications for anomaly detection and reporting, as well as for enriching your data catalogs. Knowing the lineage of content is important for impact analysis, root cause analysis, and ensuring the trustworthiness of data. With this new lineage functionality, you can simply look up the downstream or upstream lineage graph of any database object or AI asset with a simple SQL function or Python API. You can also incorporate lineage visualization into your own applications by leveraging this native capability. Additionally, Snowflake offers a rich visualization in the Snowsight UI as part of the Horizon Catalog. One of the key capabilities of any catalog is the ability for data teams to discover content that exists even if they don't have access to it. The next step is to contact the owner or steward of the content to get access approval to the data. Data teams need a quick and reliable way to get the contact details of the individual or team that can approve their request. We are introducing a new schema level object called contacts that will enable stewards to specify the information about who to contact for specific purposes, such as getting approval to access an object. The contact can be a Snowflake user, an email address, or URLs of a ticketing system such as Jira. We expect this new feature to reduce the time it takes between discovering the new assets and using those assets to generate business value. I mentioned earlier that Horizon Catalog spans across multiple Snowflake accounts within your organization. This means that your assets on any Snowflake account within your organization can be easily discovered and accessed from any Snowflake account within the same organization. Organizational listings is a new concept that enables you to do this easily. Sanjay will tell you more about org listings shortly. As part of organizational listings governance, we have added the ability to centrally audit sensitive data access on shared objects across the entire organization. Concretely, if you share sensitive data to other Snowflake accounts within the same organization, you can now centrally keep track of who is accessing your sensitive data. With that, I want to invite my colleague Sanjay to walk you through the discovery and collaboration capabilities in Horizon Catalog.
Thanks, Raja. Raja has shared with you some of the key features of Horizon that allow data governors to detect sensitive data, monitor it, and create policies to manage access. In this section, I'm going to be talking about how enterprises can democratize access to those data assets and content with others in the organization. So let's get into it. But before we go there, let's just set the right context. When we talk about content, we're not just talking about tables and views in your data warehouse. We're talking about all your data assets, including your data lake assets, whether it be structured or unstructured, your AI ML models, your applications, and even the data engineering and Unistore assets in your data estate. And when we think about the data estate, it's not just limited to the four walls of your enterprise. It includes valuable data and apps that are logged away with your vendors, your suppliers, your partners, or even your customers. As well as, let's not forget, the third-party providers who have valuable data that is especially relevant to your business. Snowflake is a leader in data sharing with its industry's largest marketplace with more than 2,800 providers that publish content, and where customers can discover apps and AI products and monetize and procure them, accelerating the entire process and quickly consumers being able to integrate them into their business model. No ETL or APIs required. Now, with the internal marketplace, we extend that leadership to sharing within the enterprise. With the internal marketplace, customers can share data products within their own company. It allows them to quickly discover data products using natural language search, understand it, evaluate it, and instantaneously get access to the data with a single click. We are now announcing the general availability of the internal marketplace. To go along with the internal marketplace, we also have created a new type of listing called the organization listing, which has controls to ensure that data is only shared within the organization to show up on the internal marketplace. It allows you to quickly create a data product and target them coarsely to the entire org or specific accounts, or allowing for fine-grained targeting to specific accounts and specific roles in any account. The organization listing automatically generates the data dictionary, the previews that enrich your listing so that valuable metadata gets added that helps consumers understand the content and evaluate it. Organization listings are now GA. You can create organization listings and consume them from the internal marketplace, both from the UI as well as using your SQL APIs. Earlier this year, we also launched the Universal Search, which allows you to easily discover all kinds of content: tables, views, functions, procedures, documentation, worksheets, and of course, organization listings easily from a single pane of glass using a powerful search functionality that uses natural language terms. Universal Search is also generally available now. With Universal Search, you can discover all assets within your enterprise with ease. Let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk about some of the new and exciting content that is now discoverable and shareable. At Summit earlier this year, we launched sharing of ML models. When sharing ML models, we ensure a robust security posture by packing them into a native app. The native app framework provides for security scans and isolation when the models are run. You can now share ML models with your consumers, deploy them, and serve them across any cloud. Consumers can then access and run the ML model securely within their fine-grained RBAC on their data. To use it, you just add the model artifacts to an application package, grant the package with the required privileges to the share, and just share. Consumers just install the application and can invoke any of its functions. Sharing ML models is now in public preview. Continuing with models, we now enable you to easily custom build LLMs based on Meta and Mistral AI models. Two things to note: when Cortex fine-tuning these ML models, you keep your data within the Snowflake perimeter so that you have guarantees that the data doesn't leave. And secondly, you can do that without having to manage any infrastructure. It's as simple as choosing a base model, providing your training data sets as part of the fine-tune function. Once the fine-tune model is created, you can just share it with any account. The consumers can just use it by calling the complete function. You can now share fine-tuned models from Meta and Mistral AI and have it shared and served in any account in the same region. And this is available in public preview now. Last but not least, we also provide a Snowflake Copilot for listings, which provides an AI assistant that helps answer questions, generates high-quality SQL, and executes it. And it can operate on structured data that's already available in your listing. It helps technical and non-technical users quickly evaluate shared data by chatting with the listing to see if it is relevant for their use case and to provide self-service business insights to business users. Snowflake Copilot is available in private preview. With that, I would like to thank you for attending this session with Raja, Anush, and myself. And I invite you to try some of the functionality of the Horizon Catalog in the virtual hands-on lab. Please scan the QR code on your screen or search for Horizon Catalog Virtual Hands-on Lab on your favorite search engine to find the content. Thank you.